Here's something really interesting about doing these body-based interventions for stress, for anxiety, for depression, for trauma. We don't have to talk about it. You don't have to tell your story over again. You can if you like, and I will listen with compassion and understanding as best I possibly can. But you don't have to. You don't have to talk about the trauma. That's not what we do here. That's for another time. This is body-based therapy. We call it ground up. So talk therapy, going to support groups where you are processing out loud and you're sharing with people with similar experiences and feelings and circumstances. That's top down. That's working with the mind. This is bottom up, working with the body, because it's the body that experiences the trauma right along with the mind. The body, the nervous system, is your fight, flight, freeze, instinct, survival mechanism within the nervous system, within the body. So we need to work with trauma from the base of what we feel. And what happens often with trauma is that we shut off the feeling. It's called interoception, your body's ability to just feel internally what's going on. We disconnect from that because that's where the pain is. That's where the pain is. It's within the body, whether it is a physical sensation or an emotional, mental torment, or if it's spiritual. The body, Dr. Peter Levine says, is the container of all sensations, feelings, and emotions. So we need to address the body in our quest to heal from trauma and from traumatic stress. So that's what I wanted to bring up today as I was sitting here on the beach. We don't have to keep talking about it. That can be helpful, but it also can be re-traumatizing, honestly. As a breast cancer survivor, I remember going to a support group just within days of being diagnosed. And in that support group, there wasn't necessarily there wasn't a licensed psychologist, therapist facilitating it. And what it was an opportunity for women who had been diagnosed recently, or maybe they've been going through treatment for a long time. It ran the gamut of that, to tell their stories, and have your story be heard. And that is really important. We need our stories to be heard. We need to know that we're seen and heard and known, and that we matter, and that our stories matter. But in doing that from a place of being grounded and centered, stabilized in your body is so important. Or what can happen is that you get triggered. You hear all these stories, and the from the horrific to the inspirational, but still there's just so much there that can actually just trigger the overwhelm, the fear, the unknown, the lack of control. So I'm not saying that support groups aren't helpful. I think they certainly can be. I think they need to be facilitated by a professional. And I also think that along with talk therapy and along with support groups, that we healers, we in the process of healing need to be engaged in something that is body-based, like trauma-sensitive yoga. I would love to. I could talk with you for hours about trauma-sensitive yoga, body-based therapies to help heal trauma, traumatic stress from the body. Reach out to me. We can have a conversation. Thanks. Bye.